So this is not a bullshit channel, so let's get straight to the point. The first thing you wanna do if you wanna become rich is forget about university. You know, everyone who goes to university and finishes, no one knows how to get rich. They all go to university to get brainwashed and be put through some system that makes them workers. And if you wanna get rich, really you should forget about the traditional educational system, because there's a thing which I like to call the double inflation. See, every new year there are more degrees out there, which makes their value decrease, but when you wanna get a degree, you see every year there's a new increase in price. So their value decreases, but their price increases. So there's no really logic there. And like I said, no one who goes to university, when they finish, they don't know how to make money, except if you want to become, I don't know, a doctor or a lawyer. Of course you want to go to university, because you can't just go around hospitals and cut people open and don't know what you're doing. But if you want to become a successful businessman and have your own business and be an entrepreneur, then forget about university. So that's the biggest lie when it comes to making money in today's society. You see, when you wanted to become rich about 100 years ago, the most valuable lesson someone could give you is go to university, go to school, finish get some degree and start some high-paying job. But in today's age, the 16-year-old YouTuber makes more money than a person who studied for 10 years and became doctor. So forget about the traditional educational system, and forget about all the gurus that tell you, oh, you can read books and become rich. I mean, we can all read books, but at the end of the day, if we don't get the work in our hands, we won't become rich. And someone might say, think about money and you will become rich. But again, if you don't start to work with these two hands, you won't become rich. So lesson number 2 is speed. See, in business everything must be done quickly. And when I say this, I don't mean make it bad quality. When I say speed, I mean things move quick, you know. Everything needs to be done quicker, and if you want to be successful in business, you should always prioritize speed. People conflict the two things. When you do something quickly, it must be terrible. Well, that's not the case. If you have speed in your business and things go sideways, you can always revive your business with speed. Let's say you're in debt and you get a new deal, and you cover the expenses from the debt with the new deal. And let's say another example in kickboxing, because I'm kickboxer, and when you learn how to punch, every new training your coaches tell you to punch faster. That doesn't mean you decrease the quality of the punch. That means you keep the quality, but you just increase the speed. And that's why in business it's one of the most important things is speed. Being fast can give your company an edge over its competitors. Think about it. If you're the first to come up with a new product or service, you're more likely to get customers interested and establish yourself as a leader in that space. Speaking of customers, they love it when things are quick and efficient. We all want things done fast. So if a company can't keep up with the demand or respond to customers' need in a timely manner, they risk losing business to companies that can move faster. But it's not just about making customers happy. Being quick can also save a company money. When you're able to produce and deliver products faster, you're reducing the cost associated with storing inventory and shipping goods. And let's not forget about agility. When a company can move quicker, they're able to adapt to changes in the market and customers' needs. And that's important, because the business world is always changing, and companies that can't keep up risk being left behind. So there you have it. Being fast is essential for success in business. It can give you a competitive advantage, keep customers happy and save you money. If you're running a business, make sure you're moving fast. The majority of people don't know what business is. So when we think of business, we say, well, I've got the logo, I've got the website, I've got labels, I've got the warehouse, and that's not really the case. So the thing about business and what business is money in, not money out. That's why some drug dealer who sells drugs and has really high income is a better businessman than some noob out there who has logo and has a website and has a warehouse and tries out some different things but doesn't have money in. So when you want to start a company and you go sit with your friends and you start talking about what should you do, and you start to explain to your friends, let's say you want to start, I don't know, a makeup brand, and you say, well, I need a logo, I need a website, I need the labels, I need to test out the makeup, I need to find warehouse, and all of the things that you mentioned don't really bring money in the company. What you need to focus about is money in, not money out. So what I would do if I wanted to start a makeup company is I wouldn't do none of the things that everybody does. So instead I would do simply a website and I would put prices on the website, pictures, and immediately start marketing. And when I got the money in the bank, when people start ordering, that's when I go out there and write an email to my customers saying sorry about the delayed delivery of your product. The product you want is on such a high demand, and in order to apologize and to thank for your patience, we will send you one free gift or a free product, or I don't know, something to stimulate them to wait a little bit longer. Now you got 3 or 4 weeks to go out there and find makeup and put it in the mailbox and deliver it, but you have at least money in the bank. And now it goes back to the point number 1, which is speed. Now you have to be quick. Go out there, find some makeup, package it well and ship it out to customers. But doing my method makes more sense than doing all the things beforehand, because what if your brand doesn't work? What if you put money into the website design, in the warehouse, in the testing of the makeup, into logo creation, I don't know what, and your business doesn't work? So now you've got all your money lost. And that's why my method makes more sense. My way doesn't work. I didn't lose anything. At least I don't have 500 mailboxes full with makeup sitting in my garage, and now I don't know what to do with them. Like, if my way doesn't work, like what? I lost 2 days in creating the website. And that's the most important thing about business, like I'm trying to say. There are people out there who will say, I need an office. Why do you need an office? That's money out. Business is money in. You don't need an office. Just start bringing money in your bank, and then you will figure out the rest. First thing when it comes to business is where's the money? How are you gonna make the money come in your bank? Is it PayPal? Is it Stripe? Is it Bitcoin? How are you gonna convince people to pay you? Because if you get that figured out, you can cover all the rest things. So that brings us to the third idea, which is starting with free ideas. And that allows you to test the waters and see if your idea has potential before you invest a lot of money into it. Like we said in the second tip. It's like dipping your toe in the water before diving in head first. By starting with free ideas, you can minimize your risk and avoid wasting resources on ideas that might not work out. But starting with free ideas isn't just about minimizing risk, it's also about being more innovative and creative. When you're not constrained by budget or other limitations, you can let your imagination run wild and come up with some truly unique and original ideas. And speaking of creativity, starting with free ideas also allows you to collaborate with others. Brainstorm and bounce ideas off of each other without worrying about who is paying for what. This can also lead to more diverse and inclusive ideas, as well as a stronger sense of teamwork. So to sum it up, starting with free ideas is a smart move in businesses. It allows you to test feasibility and be more innovative and creative, and collaborate with more people easily. So don't be afraid to start brainstorming and generating ideas for free. So if we get the example of the makeup company, and let's say one man is starting the My Way, which is straight go to the website, put on some pictures, like I said, just start selling products, and the other one is the guy who creates the logo, creates the labels, rents office, gets a warehouse, buys the product, tests the makeup, and let's say that both companies fail. So the guy who started all the things which I said is going to lose how much money? Like 50 grand. And the guy who only started the website and started selling, the worst thing that will happen to him is what? Bring the money back. I mean, he's not lost any money himself, but the guy who did all the things advanced beforehand loses all the money. So that's one of the most important things in starting a business, which goes back to the first point and the second point and now the third point is getting out the free ideas. Next thing we're gonna cover up when it comes to making money with business is staff. So when we talk about staff, you might think to yourself, well, that's expensive, you need office, you need to pay staff, you need insurance for the staff, you need all that boring things. But when you turn around yourself and you think a little bit, you can notice that there's family and friends around you who are basically free stuff. So every one of us has some 15-16-year-old cousin who doesn't have a job, who knows more about computers or Photoshop or anything that is valuable these days. And when you look in that way, they're basically a free stuff. So what can you do with starting a company is pulling up all your cousins or friends who don't really have jobs or who wanna make money online, and you promise to them, I'm gonna put you to be managing director of my company. When you're at the age of 20, you're gonna be a millionaire, and you must awake their vision and motivate them to work for you basically for free, but to work for commission. So for every job they do, you're gonna pay them commission. And when you search for some cousins or friends who can work for you basically for free, you don't wanna search for the 30-year-old unemployed cousin who has to pay bills, has to pay rent, car payments, and else. You need young people. For example, 15-year-old that don't have anything to lose. So when you search for people that can work for you, you must search for young people who have ambition, have more experience in technology, and the most important thing is that they don't have anything to lose. So let's say you have some young cousin, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, who plays video games all day anyway, and you tell him that you have job for him, and like I said, promise him the good stuff. Or let's say you don't have that young cousin, you have some friends who have a young kid, 15-16 years old, and you go talk with them that you wanna hire their child, basically work for free, but if he's good enough, then you'll start paying him. And if you're not in position, like I mentioned in two examples, if your stuff is not free, basically you can get it so cheap from some third world countries on some websites like Fiverr or Upwork, and you can basically have stuff that is almost free. You can pay them very little, but in their country that's decent money. The best advice I can give you right now if you want to succeed in life is to click here and discover more related videos.